Here we are.
Hello, hello. So happy to have all of you here today. I am Alex Keene. I am a part of PACE's team, and I just wanted to let everybody know here as everybody is trickling in that we are going to be having a live deal breakdown with a couple of folks from the Sub 2 community. I am actually here with the quadruple J's. We've got Justin, John, Jason, and Javier. So super excited to have everybody here, and we'll go ahead and break it down for everybody here momentarily.
Okay. We lost the brothers. Where'd they end up?
Oh no! Oh, I think they're coming back in.
We're back again.
Oh, there we go.
Yay.
What's going on, everyone?
Hey. So this is a crazy coincidence. We're on with one of our best friends in Sub 2 and the whole community, our brother Javier Paredes.
Man, I know. I thought it was pretty funny too that they put us all together.
I know. That's amazing divine intervention, bro.
Yeah,
It
bro.
happens for a reason, doesn't it? This is awesome.
Yo,
Dude,
what's up,
this
Jason?
is awesome.
And hey, Alexandra. Now we can actually communicate. Before my desktop was breaking up, so this is moving quicker.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad to hear it. Well, I will give the four of y'all the stage, and I'll be hanging out in the back if anybody needs anything from me, and then we'll go from there.
Very cool. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Jason Bates. I'm a Sub 2 student as well as a Gator student and a top tier certified TC. I am the co-founder and CEO of Venture Vibes Funds, where we raise private capital for buying RV parks and other vacation type properties. And I'm also co-owner of Finish Line TC Services. But people aren't tuned in to hear me. Everybody's tuned in to talk to Justin, John, and Javier. So, Javier, first question I'll just shoot over to you. So what were you doing before you entered real estate or before you joined Sub 2?
Before I got into Sub 2, I was actually in real estate already. I was actually started out as a real estate agent. I got my license back in 2015. So been in the game for quite some time. Joined Sub 2 because I wanted to add some new tools in my tool belt.
Nice. So for those of you guys listening, Javier would be considered a unicorn agent because having creative real estate in your back pocket just makes you unstoppable. So that's amazing. Justin,
Yes, sir.
Justin, what about you?
Especially because he's one of the best.
Yes, sir. Florida, baby. Let's go.
So Justin and John, what were you guys doing before you guys got into real estate and Sub 2?
I was in high school and doing like stock market investing and day trading, and then John's been doing real estate forever.
Yeah, I've been a realtor since 09 and been in the mortgage business since 03. So, yeah.
When I saw that news post about a $2.9 trillion drop in the stock market, I was definitely glad to be in real estate.
For sure.
Best asset class you can be in, baby.
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
So
100%.
Justin and John, what made you guys decide to join the community?
Justin introduced me to, first he came across Jerry Norton early May 2022, and then he found Pace like 10 days later. He was more obsessed with the stock market, and then all of a sudden
he told me to quit the stock market and go all in on real estate and work 12 hours a day or you can't be successful.
Yeah, gave him a tough list from all the leads, which is a probate lead company, and it was tough. And then that's when he started finding some better ways, and then he found Jerry, Pace, and eventually Jamil as well. So he wanted to join. I told him I checked out Pace and I said it was legit, but I said we had to go half on it. So it took him 4 months of follow up on his first deal. He closed his first deal, and we joined 4,400 apiece.
Very cool, very cool. And nobody likes the quitters. So did you really quit the stock market, or did you just find a better use of your talent?
Yeah, I just found better use of my talent.
There you go.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I love it. I had the opportunity to meet Jerry Norton back in June in Puerto Rico. I was down there speaking at an event, and it was an event that he was speaking at as well. And that gentleman has a wealth of knowledge.
100%.
Javier, yeah, very humble too. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Javier, what about you? What made you decide to join? I know you were in real estate at the time, but what really pushed you over the edge?
So for me, just like John knows, every real estate agent is on a hamster wheel and they're only as good as their next sale. And I actually wanted to add more tools to my tool belt. And I was actually real estate investing the traditional way for many years. And I actually had the broken mindset of not knowing that you can actually buy homes or properties without any bank. So I started surfing the web, and obviously we all know the GOAT Pace Morby is out there putting tons of content out about how you can actually acquire real estate without using banks. So my first several deals I was using banks, and then I joined his mentorship because I was like, you know what? Not only do I want to invest in real estate the non-traditional way, but I also don't want to be as good as my next sale. So I really focus in and honing in on building just my real estate portfolio. That's like my sole focus. So that's what really got me to get into Sub 2 was getting that extra tools in my tool belt. That way I can actually effectively scale my portfolio a lot faster and more effectively. So that's why I got it.
Nice. So how did you find this deal?
Oh, this particular deal? This particular deal was actually a pre-foreclosure. Isaac, who's in the community, he lives in Costa Rica. He actually wholesales from Costa Rica. He doesn't go to any of the properties. Me and him have actually built a relationship. I've been in the community now for 2.5 years. So this particular deal, all he does is call foreclosures. And he actually primarily, one of the primary markets he does it, and he does it nationwide, but one of the primary markets that he gets a lot of inventory is, and a lot of wholesalers that I have really good relationships with, the cool thing about it is once you really develop that brotherhood relationship, kind of like what I have with Justin and John, like they'll actually, before they even lock these deals up, they'll call me and say, hey, Javier, are you a buyer at these numbers? Just to kind of test the market to see where buyers are at. So Isaac, who's in the community, he's a wholesaler, lives in Costa Rica, never saw this deal at all. And the way I scale my portfolio is a little bit different than most. I don't really have the time on my hands to oh, I just knocked out. You see me there?
Yeah.
Sorry. When I get a call, it swipes you guys away on my phone. The way I effectively scale my portfolios, I don't have time to sit there and call or negotiate with sellers. So I actually like to work with people just like these guys, right? These guys are the goats of wholesaling and finding deals for investors' portfolio like me. So Isaac brought me the deal. It was I think it was 4.75. It was a pre-foreclosure property. And one of my main exits that I do right now, because it gives me 3x of the rental income, is pad split. So I took that property and I converted it into a pad split. It was actually a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property, and I converted it into a 7-bedroom, 2-bath property.
Gotcha. And do you currently have that rented down there in Puerto Rico, or?
No, this property's in Palm Coast, Florida.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. I love that. I love that strategy. So, Justin and John, how did you guys find your deal? Is it similar, different?
No, I happen to be a guy, awesome gentleman named Simon Salazar. He comes to meetups, comes to
very similar actually.
Yeah, he just relationship building, and he just basically brought me the deals and was sending me some deals, and there happened to be some people that were actually way more storage experienced that turned down the deal and didn't just thought it wasn't a good deal. And I just looked at the numbers and made the offer and hit him at 0% interest and paid him a higher price. And basically, as we went, it went from 0% to 2.8% interest because we got $350,000 off the price at the end, and just kept believing and staying persistent. It was wasn't easy for sure. Nothing worth doing this.
Yeah, that's the thing about this community. It's amazing that it gives you so many opportunities, but at the end of the day, you got to do the heavy lifting. So if you think you're going to buy a course and then it's easy, definitely in the wrong spot. But it is hard, but there is a ton of people around that are willing to help, and that's what's really hard. And you guys are talking about that right now, and you guys all help each other.
100%, and that's what's so amazing about this community overall. Sub 2, and even the creative page. Justin did 40 of his first 50 deals on his own, and literally pretty much all of them were with people through the page and through Sub2, and gained tons of experience and tons of knowledge.
Okay, so you started at principal only, and you ended just under 3%. What did you end up doing with the properties in your portfolio? Did you wholesale it?
No, originally that my goal was to get on both ends of it. Ended up doing the guy who bought it originally said he had an out of town investor who, well, maybe I shouldn't get into that. All right. So, anyways, bottom line is ended up wholesaling it, made a 30K wholesale fee, split that up with a lady who found me the buyer. I was at Squad Up, and she was in on the deal originally, but she backed out because of variance. And I was working with some other buyers, so I said, like, I'd like it if you put some time and effort into this, and you can bring a buyer. You know people in the storage world, and you're at a loss right now because when you spend money on time on a deal. And Javier knows this from a real estate and investor standpoint. And if you don't profit, then you're losing. And obviously, you know this too, Jason. So, she wanted to introduce me to a guy, and then basically, I didn't meet him there. He was there, Alex Quezada, really nice guy. And basically, I talked to him after, put the deal together, and that was it. So it all came down to investing in these networking events, investing in Sub2, investing in creative and the whole movement. And awesome. And just believing really and making the numbers work, and like looking at the numbers and saying, yeah, that's good cash flow for someone if they can get in. I wasn't expecting 500,000 down. Well, we were going to raise 500 originally with like 500 people, but he happened to be deeper in the storage game and had people on deck to put the 500 up, and the terms make sense to pay that investor his 500, and everyone else is making money. Then there you go. Everyone's happy.
And yeah, and you make a good point that I really like about this community is everybody gets a seat at the table and everybody eats. So you had somebody who brought your buyer and you were willing to pay for that connection. And so
Yeah. Also made 35 on the realtor fee. Pardon me. Just want to squeeze that in. So,
hey, if
yeah.
money, we should definitely talk about it.
And borrow some money, man.
Whatever you need, brother. Whatever you need.
Yeah. What is it that Pace always asks when he buys a property off somebody? What are you gonna do with that money? And can I reinvest it for you? So great question.
Absolutely. One of the things in the world, man, you don't know if you don't ask, right? You always have to
100%.
ask.
Yeah,
That's one thing.
another one of the things I loved about Javier and love about Javier is like he was hitting us on that, at the event, and we were hitting him on things, but he was had some projects in the works, and like, hey guys, let's put some money towards this. So everyone that was on the table. We were talking about our deals, he's talking about his deals, and we were trying to bring some of them together, and we're making it happen. We're the make it happen crew. That's how we ended up together on this Zoom, bro.
I love it, man.
And that's why I like what Pace does, because everything he does is about community. He never does anything with one or two people. It's either a handful of people or a bunch of people, and people end up leaving, doing business together, or at least building a relationship where they may do business together in the future. And that's huge.
100%.
So, Javier, do you want to dig any more deeper into your deal, your pad split, what you did with it, and what the golden nuggets are on that one?
Yeah, actually. So yeah, I'll dig it a little deeper. So bought it via subject to from, like I said, a wholesaler in Sub2. He was actually having a lot of trouble moving this deal because his entry fee was way too high. So a lot of people think that, you have to have this skill set to go out there and lock up deals. What my strategy is to get more in depth in it is I actually work with wholesalers where they actually curate deals specifically for my portfolio because I don't have the time and energy to go out there and call these sellers directly, right? So I actually made him an offer pretty much day one when he started marketing. And I told him, I said, hey, look, this is where I'm a buyer at. If you don't want to sell it to me now, that's fine. Or if you put a lot of high value on a really good buyer like myself, and hey, you might not be making the most money on it, but the deal's going to be sold to a really good end buyer, right? Some people value that and some people don't. Newer wholesalers, when they get in the game, they don't really understand that. But when they really start getting into like, I want to move volume of properties and I have a VIP buyer, to just move it to them, right? Move it to them, move on to the next deal, right? So this deal in particular was actually a 4.75 interest rate. And I actually was my cash to close on the deal was just about $11,000 for this deal, right? And once I took the property from the 3.2 to the 7.2 and converted it into a pad split, because this was actually the best exit strategy for this particular deal. And the rooms in the property are actually getting anywhere between 200 a night or 200 a week, all the way up to 250 a week. Okay, and this property is doing anywhere right now. 6 out of the 7 rooms are rented. So the property is very stabilized right now. I actually put about $45,000 into converting it into a pad split. So I'm all in on this deal, roughly with holding costs, furniture, acquisition costs, about $60,000 to $65,000. And typically, I try to really target about 20 to 30% cash on cash returns when I'm doing this. So this deal is going to spit out about $55,000 to $6,000 a month, roughly, give or take. And it's going to give me my 20 to 30% cash on cash once it's fully occupied. And I'm actually in a market in Florida to where I actually did the opposite of most people and most investors. I'm actually the only pad split in that market. So what I did was, because I have properties in big major metro areas, I was like, you know what? I want to invest in this a Palm Coast market where there's no other pad splits where I can actually corner the market, right? And they're actually running marketing dollars out there. So I launched that one, and it's been doing excellent. And I have actually no competition. So anybody who actually wants to book or to actually book a room on pad split, they actually have to go to my property, which is cool because again, I get to corner the market. So what I like about the strategy I do, and if you're listening to this and you're watching this on replay or you're watching it live right now, you don't have to have all these systems and processes and sexy CRMs and skill sets to go and get and buy deals. You can actually partner up with people just like the Pickells. Their specialty is actually getting deals for other investors and curating deals for people like myself, right? Just like he did. He curated a storage unit for another investor. So they're doing this nationwide. So I always tell people, if you're going to get in the community, don't even watch any of the course content. Start building relationships right away and start rubbing elbows, because here's the thing. Really, the way you're going to learn is not by watching all the course content. It's actually by you getting in and taking action and partner with someone. And for any advice I would give someone is try to get with a really good operator like myself or the Pickells and partner with them. And then that way you can kind of say, hey, look, I have this skill set to bring to the table. How can I help you guys? Leave with value. And if you do that, because like right now, I have a lot of people hitting me up in the community. Hey, Javier, I see you're doing lots of pad splits. I see you're, a really good operator. How can I work with you? How can I get value to you? So when you leave with value with your skill set, you're going to have relationships built very fast, So this particular deal, again, didn't have to do any of that upfront cold calling, buying the CRM, none of that cool stuff. Like I let these guys spend the money and time and energy in doing this. So
that's a great point, right?
Yep.
And then let's not take away from the content that's in the vault, but you make a great point. If you're going to watch something, then yes, go take action. And if you can't take action by yourself, partner with somebody who's already doing what you're doing. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. I mean, look, the content on there is great, but if you don't actually apply it, it's pointless. You end up forgetting it,
I people all the time, if you're going to pay for any course or any community like this one, if you haven't figured out how you're going to monetize it and get your return and how quick you can get your return. Like I said, I had joined November of 2022, and I said I was going to get 3 months, and then I ended up getting my first deal in February, which was a principal only deal. So if I can't pay myself back in the first quarter, I didn't make enough effort. So
yeah, absolutely, man, I love it.
Yeah, we joined at the same time.
No, I ended up.
It took you about 4 months as well, though. I just had to do it 4 months before I joined.
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving. I was binge watching Pace on YouTube, and it was the Black Friday that I ended up joining. So the day after Thanksgiving. So that's my origin story. So Justin and John, I know you talked about this a little bit, but how has the community evolved? Sub2, Gator, Top Tier TC, were any of those involved?
Oh well. Yeah, one of the students, two of the students, the one that brought me the deal and the one that brought me the buyer, both are Sub2 students.
And Gator for both of them.
And Gator for Simon's Gator?
Yeah.
Okay, and Gator for both. And then the buyer's brother's in Sub2.
Okay.
Yeah, so and he was at Squad Up. So again, full circle all around,
Yeah, I didn't make Squad Up because I was at another commitment, but I heard a lot of deals happen coming out of Squad Up, so that's huge.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. And it was a very minimal investment for a phenomenal event, actually, in comparison.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably paid yourself back 3 or 4 times already.
Maybe like 120 plus.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
thanks to this guy.
can honestly say for every dollar I've spent on this community, I've made back $10. So I definitely think it's got value.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Javier, for you, same question. How was the community involved? You know,
Yeah, so
top
like I said, so wholesaler was in the community. Like I said, he wholesales out of Costa Rica. He didn't even come to the States. So he's wholesaling remotely. So for anybody watching this, you can actually do this from anywhere.
Yep.
He's doing it from Costa Rica. He's a sub-2 student. And then Amanda, which is with top tier TC, I actually know her through the sub-2 community before she was a TC, and she actually TC'd the file. I use her to this day to do a lot of my files as well.
Perfect.
And so she was completely involved as well in this. So she's an awesome TC as well. She's out of Florida. And so everybody that was actually involved in the transaction was part of the sub-2 community. Believe it or not, that's awesome.
Yeah, I know Amanda. She's incredible. So you've
Yeah, she does a lot of my stuff. So.
you've got a good person with you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So here's the question, and this is one of my favorite questions to ask because this is really where the power is. So how has sub-2 impacted your life, Javier?
It's given me, again, the tools that I didn't have before, because again, I was real estate investing already. I just didn't, you just don't know what you don't know. So it's giving me those tools, but it's given me proximity to people like the Pickells, right? Even though that they live in Michigan and I live in Florida, it's the proximity to these individuals and people who have the like-minded mindset, just like myself, and who are actually in real estate, like getting to go to the events like Squat Up Summit. I actually just got back from community camp, getting to rub elbows. Every time I leave these rooms, it's like, I love it, right? You get more PMLs, you get more relationships, you get more business partners. It's just an endless amount of people. And it's almost like the community's almost like a filter, right? You know how sometimes you go through this world like, oh, I don't know if I can trust this person, stuff like that. It's like, it's a filter, right? You know that people in the community have spent XYZ dollar amount to get in the community. They're taking things a lot more serious because they're more invested into it financially. So whoever you're going to rub elbows with, they're upper tier. You know what I mean? So it's just been a game changer in the sense of the tools that it's given me, the relationships, the proximity, all that stuff combined. It's just 10x to everything. In my market as well, I'm very well known in the Florida market. Anybody say, hey man, we need a good listing agent out there. Boom. My name's posted everywhere in the sub-2 community, right? So now it's built that reputation. So it's like actually supplementing my other businesses as well, so which is a really cool thing.
And I think you make a great point. I don't even think there's really distances anymore. I remember I got a deal. I was in Colorado at the time. It was the property was in Florida, and then the person who brought me the deal was in Oregon. Literally, there was it seemed like there was no distance, even though it spanned the United States. It's incredible.
Absolutely, man.
Justin and John, how has sub-2 impacted your guys' life?
Very similar way, where the community of people just always want to be helping each other, and the course is useful when it's applied. So, but you have to talk to people and say, yeah, let's do this seller financing deal, whether it's a realtor, wholesaler, or a buyer. You got to know how to utilize those strategies to the fullest, and that's where it's really helpful. Whether it's an operator you can find in the community, or lenders, or more wholesalers like us, there's infinite ways that's helping us currently.
Yeah,
and I think like for Javier and I, we've done a bunch of deals before we were in sub-2. I've done a boatload of creative deals. I've done a bunch of deals where I bring a cash buyer in. I already have a second buyer in who wants it as a primary, which is going to be the Pickel or pickle method in the vault soon. Mr. Pace Morby promised that. We all know he's a man of his word. So we're golden there. Yeah, that's the thing. We've done a lot of deals. For people that haven't done a lot of deals and haven't been in situations to be creative and deal with title companies and understand things and are not just a typical part-time housewife or house male realtor. They really are in the nitty-gritty of, living their best life, and they were just doing that. Um, they can get away. I think we can get away with not digging deep into the vault. But if you're not real estate experienced and you're not going in the vault, I think you're nuts. You know what I mean? Like, what I mean, but he hit it on the nose. It's the campfire effect. When you're in proximity with great people like we are with Javier, we had dinner with him at Squad Up, but we've been bonding for over a year now, online,
Yeah.
in person, and we've built a real brotherhood bond, and it's a beautiful thing. We look out for each other in any way we can, and
Hmm.
from advice to business to personal, and we're just blessed with great people like you as well, Jason. And maybe we might do an RV park with you soon.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm excited for the deal. I just got out of contract yesterday, in fact. So
Beautiful. Well,
how has it been, you two working together as brothers? Is it fun? Is it challenging?
brothers? Oh, this guy's my dad.
Yeah. No,
Actually,
what I meant is working together as family. That's what I meant.
yeah, for sure. Actually, we were just talking before we got on. He was supposed to wear a shirt that says boss, and mine's supposed to say employee.
I had a feeling
And
you
then
said
we'd be all,
that's what I had a feeling.
yeah. But yeah, it's it's not all sunshine and rainbows, just like any business partnership, I don't believe is. But overall, there's a lot of positives with his youth and networking and innovation and technology, and then my experience and understanding and consulting, and also being
Sales guy.
an extrovert and community sales guy.
And I'm sure he's helping you with social media and Instagram and all that, because that's what the 20-year-old, 18-year-olds are good at.
Well, he hasn't went all in on that, but he's building up a large uh, amount of videos, hundreds of them, for YouTube and Facebook. So when he does go on, he can do it as a true business. He laughs at the way I do it because I'll just post, stuff here and there, and like he has a really precise plan. I think he's more in tune with Jerry Norton, Pace Morby, Jamil Demji, Javier Paredes, guys like that who are really amazing with social media. Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
what's on next for you two? What are you guys gonna do next?
We're looking to close on a mobile home park here soon. Justin's going to be the owner. It's a 50 pad. There's 20 houses there now.
75 potentially.
Potentially 70, but I think we're sticking with the 50. So there is an RV park in the works that has been in the works for a while. It's actually my daughter's best friend's grandma, and it's one of the most, she says it's the second most beautiful RV park in the country.
Love it.
And it's in this one area in like near Traverse City, and it's the Great Lakes State. So it's absolutely beautiful. And
Yep.
even if that's an exaggeration, if it's top 5 or 10, I mean, that's, we could actually take it to the next level if we get guys like Pace and Javier involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just love
And you.
I just love the RV park model. Dealing with guests is a whole different experience than dealing with tenants. So.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we just experienced it with Caroline Kane and Mindset Marlin just over a week ago on the pop up meeting, and it was super cool. I never really hung out in an RV park, I'll admit. So it was,
Two other powerful people in the community for sure.
yeah, no doubt, man.
Javier, what about you, my friend? What's on deck for you? What's up?
So it's funny enough that you guys mentioned RV parks because I'm definitely looking to take down a couple as well. A big portion of my portfolio is in hospitality, right? I've been in the Airbnb business since 2015, and so 17 of my properties actually make up my hospitality portfolio that I have. Have over 1,200 reviews in the platform. So understanding RV parks is really easy for me to understand and digest. So it's actually a very natural progression for me to pivot into because there's not a huge difference, right? Like you have pads, a lot of them either are short-term or you have either longer-term individuals, and you have other sources of income like your ice, your firewood, your laundry, the shop, the store, your permanent cabin, stuff like that. So I understand the dynamics of RV parks very well. And not only that, me that I love traveling, you can see my map behind me. I know you can't see my pins, but I love going all around the world, right? I've been traveling across the world for the last 10 years. So I love the concept of being able to stay at an RV park, feel your product, see your product, and give that hospitality aspect of what I'm doing. So right now I've actually told the Pickells this when I've talked to them the last few times, right? Like I'm in a position where I've been in the game for a long time. I've been real estate investing for a long time. And I'm kind of really tired of picking up the onesies and twosies, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
I'm ready to scale more efficiently and more scalable, picking up bigger projects like RV parks. I wouldn't mind look at some boutique hotels. If I can find some really, really unique boutique hotels, and then same thing, value add RV parks, and I can make them unique, maybe put pickleball court, just make it a very unique dynamic. So like right now, I understand the dynamic of having to have such a unique product for you to be able to deliver to the consumer. So, so that's one of my progressions that I'm looking into, and also multifamily. B class multifamily, 75 to 100 units. East Coast is like where I'm really looking. North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. So if anybody has anything multifamily or RV parks in those areas, definitely let me know what you're looking at. Pickells, let me know what you guys have. Maybe we can squat up and look. Yeah, maybe we could squat up and look at that together as well. But these are some of the things I'm looking at. Again, scalability and efficiency for these projects. So I'm going to open up I'm actually going to open up an investment fund, a 506c, where I can actually legally raise money and have people deploy into whatever vertical that they feel most comfortable with. So I'll have a fund of multifamily fund, and I'll have a RV park. So in that 506c, there'll be different buckets these investors can actually put their money into. And being that I've been doing hospitality so long, I actually have a reputation. So it's not like I'm going out there saying, hey, can I borrow money for something I don't understand? I understand it very, very high level. So it's a very natural progression, going into RV space for me.
Yeah, and I've got a fund. I've got a SEC fund.
You got a 506c?
Yep, right now we're advertising.
We're doing
a raise right now, and people love the idea of investing in RV parks and that property. So, and I will tell you too that if you guys want to get into boutique hotels, one of the things I learned when I was in Puerto Rico is there's so many tax breaks because they're getting beat up in the tourism market for not having enough hotels. So if you could provide places to stay down there, 100%, you guys will make money and save huge on taxes.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I mean, Puerto Rico is definitely a market that, I have on my radar as well. So yeah, we'll have to get together, Jason, and collaborate and see what you got going on. So
yeah, for sure. 100%.
That's awesome, man.
So, so Javier, with all this really cool stuff you guys are all doing, what would you say to somebody who was on the fence about joining this amazing community?
I would say to the person, like, think about it. If I'm going to use the analogy of like, let's say you're a person and you like to go to the theme parks, Disney World, Universal, right? Which are in my backyard. If you're that individual that likes to sit in lines for hours and hours and hours, don't join the community, right? Stay trying to figure out everything on YouTube. Try to Google everything. Try to figure out the hard way. Try not to have proximity. But if you really want to be that person who purchases that VIP ticket or that express pass and gets to the front of the line within minutes and have the proximity with people, go ahead and join Sub 2, because that's what it's going to give you. It's going to give you that speed to the front of the line. It's going to put you right at the front of the line, and you're going to be able to have that collaboration with individuals. Because remember, guys, like I always tell people, if you're in real estate or any business, matter of fact, it's a contact sport. If you're not making contact with people who know what they're doing, then you're not going to be where you want to be. And anytime, this is the way I look at it, anything that I want to do and I want to make a pivot in my life, I actually find out who's the pace Morby of whatever I want to do, and I buy into their product, right? If I believe in that person, I buy into their product. And I don't care if they want 10, 15, 20, 30, 40K, because I know I'm going to get an ROI on that, right? And I would tell anybody, if you want to do all the figuring out and all the pitfalls, go ahead, right on. Don't join. But if you want to excel and get to the front of the line really fast, then you need to be right here in the Sub 2 community, collaborating with people like me and the Pickells. You know what? Matter of fact, when you get in, I want your first friend request to be the Pickells and start reaching out to them and see how you can add value to them, right? So I would say get in now.
Javier.
Same with Javier Paredes, guys.
Let's
go.
A
lot of value to add.
And I love how you worded that. You didn't friend request to see what they could do to help you. You can get a
Yeah.
friend request to see how you can provide value. That's
Correct. Always lead, you should always be leading with value. You know, 70, 80% of what you do should be value. And then you can ask for a favor, right? And when you come in, remember, like these guys have a different skill set than I do, right? We all have different skill sets. That's the beautiful thing about all of us. We're all unique in our own way. So come in and see what type of skill set you have, be crystal clear on what you have, and offer your skill set to someone. Maybe, like, for instance, I'm not a spreadsheet guy. Hey, maybe you're a spreadsheet guy. Maybe you want to collaborate with me. Maybe you could build out some spreadsheets for me or something. Just using that as an example. But that's the beautiful thing. Like, how can we all collaborate because we all have a different skill set, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
So yeah, if you want the VIP ticket, now's the chance, right? Now's the chance for you to get to the front of the line. If not, that's okay. Stay in the back of the line. It's going to take you hours and hours and weeks for you to go around that whole entire theme park to ride every single ride.
I love that analogy because I can personally say I'd rather bounce my head against the wall than stand in that line that long.
Craig, you ready?
Yeah.
Crazy.
For
Justin
sure.
and John, what about you? What would you say about something? I mean, it's hard to follow Javier, but what would you say if I was on the fence?
My buddy closer that was just standing over here, his name's Craig the Closer Cleary. He just crashed a wedding with me a few weeks ago.
Did you get any girls?
He ate like 2 steak meals, and he made it happen. So he's just crashed the Zoom as well. Creative real estate with Pace Morby is at 90,000 in assignments after 4 months working in the works, and plenty more coming.
Yep, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
basically, in a nutshell, to answer the question, and Justin can answer it as well, is just come crash the party, guys. You can get on payments. We got in on payments, $2,200 a month in between house payments, putting kids through college, taking care of wives, mothers, wife, and then
Yeah.
Be very careful. She might be watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So just basically crash the party as soon as possible will be the best investment you ever made. Because before that, I've been direct to seller, dealing with my own flips, dealing with my own stuff. And when he got me into communities, we went to a couple other networking events, nothing near the Subto community or Squad Up or Owners Club or all the great things like Astro Flipping that Pace Jamil and great guys like him and Jerry Norton have put together, like, and they've all showed us love, and like nobody's like treated anybody like we treat the janitor just like the president. Those guys really all stand for that in such a special way, and we're so blessed to be around so many great people like you, Javier, and my boss here.
I love it. Justin, anything to add?
Save the best for last, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, you got it.
Tell us what you got,
What's the
man.
question again?
What would you say to somebody who was on the fence?
On the fence to join the club too.
Oh, pretty much watch the videos for a little bit and then take a little bit of information, apply it, and then watch some more videos, apply it again, make some money, join the community to find some people who can make you more money, and then keep on doing the same thing over and over.
Let's go.
Rinse and repeat.
Love it.
That's the mic.
Bravo.
I told you they saved the best for last, bro.
So, Justin and John, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you if they wanted to partner with you or provide value or just pick your brain?
Okay.
We can help you find buyers, negotiate your deals, potentially do the underwriting, connect you with the TC, maybe some lending, or the right operator like Javier or someone else that we know who can help with a different strategy.
Those are all great, but where can people connect with you? Instagram, Facebook. Do you guys have an email?
Instagram and Facebook at Justin Pickel and John Pickel.
Mine ends with a John Pickel #1. And also, Facebook. Facebook is just our names. Phone number 248-917-5923. Best way to communicate is by text. And we'd love to help a lot of people. We do have cartel mode. We're one of only 50 wholesalers nationwide that do. So we're looking to partner with some serious people on the disposition end. We're super pumped. It took 2 really 12 to 14 hour days, pretty much 7 days a week to really expand that, because I've done realtor stuff. I've done flips. I've done wholesale since 2019, plus construction management. Javier's done all of it as well, but he really had a clear vision on a nationwide wholesale company. more so in tune with Pace, Jerry, Jamil type guys and stuff. So,
Love it.
yeah, man.
Javier, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Right on my screen, the real Javier Paredes. You can go to any social media platform. The best is to DM me on Instagram, and then go to my YouTube and make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But yeah, DM me on Instagram. Let's connect. Let's squat up. Let's see how we can work together. If you're looking for a really good operator in real estate, I'm your guy. And yeah, we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling.
Love it. Hey, you guys have been amazing. Not only have I learned so much from you guys, it's just been absolutely fun just chatting with you. So I appreciate your time and energy.
Thank you,
we
brother.
appreciate
Feelings
your time,
mutual.
Jason.
100%, man. Jason,
You.
I'll get with you, Jason, too, so we can see how we can collaborate some stuff.
Yeah,
100%. The three,
anyway,
the whole group.
The collaboration's happening right now, guys.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
I hired an attorney back in February. My fund went live at the end of May, so I can definitely.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's
Congratulations,
awesome.
brother.
Yeah. Congrats, dude. That's awesome, man.
Let's get it.
You can legally take capital, man.
And
Show me the money.
And I'm currently
So
doing
that's
it's fun
not
watching the bank account grow.
Yep. That's
Love
not
it, man.
accredited or accredited?
It's credited.
Accredited.
Yeah, it's accredited.
Yeah, 506C is accredited.
506 accredited.
I needed it to be accredited because I needed to advertise, because I needed to get out there right away. But you could do unaccredited. It's just you can't advertise. They're different.
Yeah.
We can talk about that offline. But yeah, definitely accredited so I can advertise. And it's been really fun finding tremendous deals that investors just fall in love with, especially in this asset class of vacation.
Well, we got some for you, man. Send over your contact as well, and we definitely would like to discuss that. Yeah, brother. We might.
I love it. Connections
Yeah.
happening in real time, y'all. This is so cool. And
Yeah.
I loved all the nuggets of wisdom, like kind of mindset shifting stuff about the campfire effect and how kind of like iron sharpens iron. I mean, I'm seeing it here in real time. So this is just so cool. I'm so glad that I got to be a part of it today. And yeah, like speaking of like kind of getting yourself out of this consuming loop and actually taking action. So important. So I did want to let everybody know about a challenge that's coming up within the Subto community, which is the No One Left Behind challenge. So if you are that person that maybe has watched a couple of YouTube videos and you're like, I'm ready to start applying what I've learned, like Justin was telling us, I have a link for you that I'm going to drop in the live chat so you can check it out.
Join.
Yeah.
Make some
Love it.
calls consistently. Don't give up after 3 days. Last a few months.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, just last forever.
For sure. And you could even potentially be on a team with one of these folks. I don't know if you have signed up for the No One Left Behind challenge yet. But if you are a part of the Subto community and you do want to be a part of this challenge and maybe help lift other people as well, you can email support@Subto to get on the challenge group.
I love that.
Okay.
As Javier said, another way to provide value, give back.
100%.
Absolutely. Lead with value. 80% value, baby.
It's exactly what Pace said with a true, sincere heart when lady I closed a deal with, and it was a 6-figure deal. And basically, she told him that I really helped her do the deal. It was her first deal. She has a W-2, and it was at our Detroit meetup in person. And he's just like, just keep helping people, and in a very serious fashion. Like, and that was like, yeah, he definitely speaks from the heart.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
Well, with that, I'll go ahead and close out this live stream, but I thank you everyone who attended today. And thank you so much to our host, Jason Bates, asking all of the pertinent questions. We really appreciate you doing that. And then being able to share your story, Javier, Justin, and John, like so impactful. And I really enjoyed hanging out with y'all.
Awesome,
Same with
man.
you, Alexandra.
Yeah.
We'll be messaging you on Instagram. We got
I just sent
here.
I already sent you guys all a social media request, so you guys will get my information that you guys can we can all connect and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Oh, here's my daughter right here. She just closed her first deal last week. Come check her out.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
This is Julia right here. Julian Pickells in
Yay!
the house.
Let's go.
Javier
Love
said
it.
he's got to get some condos on the top of Brickell.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll get her a condo in Brickell if that's what she wants to live.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We're making it happen. Speaking it
Let's do
into
it.
existence.
100%, man. 100%.
She's about to go back to college,
about
Michigan State
Orlando?
University. Justin doesn't want her to.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
awesome, man.
yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Thanks so much, Alexandra, Jason. Of course,
Yes,
Javier, you're the best, bro. It's
yeah,
amazing that
man.
we're on this together.
I appreciate all you guys, man. For
Yep.
Love
sure.
you guys. Love you all.
I love you
Sub 2
too,
for
man.
life, plus infinity.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's
Yep.
go.
Amazing.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
See you guys.